Hey everybody out there, this is bus driver David. I just wanted to say that I had a good day today at work over here at Burke Basic. Like I always said, everything, any video that I make out here and I put on here is for the kids. I try to put everything in a positive note, try to make everything as fun as it is. And if kids have questions, I try to answer it. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to share a few things that was given to me today as a gift from one of the teachers. I have some letters that were given to me from a group of kids, a classroom actually, that I spoke into, a fourth grade classroom. And it was real touching because these kids went out there and they wrote me letters thanking me. So I want to read a few of them to you. One said, "Dear David, thank you for coming over into our classroom and talking to us about life. My favorite thing was that even though you were a bad kid, you said that you can achieve your goals and like that you can bring us the mining rock, because I brought some rocks that have some very expensive things inside of it. But he said, P.S. You rock." The next thing is, it says, "Dear Mr. David, hi, I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for teaching us about the facts of life, the facts in life. I've learned a lot from what you taught us, and though thought out and throughout the year. Thank you for giving our class a fossil, which was, I gave them a fossil life sororo. That was like 1,200 years old. That was given to me, that a friend at mine. And I gave them a rock that had gaminate inside of it. It's like this. It's like a rock that's used for jewelry and magnets. And it says, thank you. I'm sure our teacher thanks you for the fossil and the rock. Thank you for the fossil and teaching us new things I don't think anyone would have ever taught us. Thank you, Mr. David." And it says, "Mrs. Apodaca student, Salvador." The next one, it says, "Dear Mr. David, how are you? I just want to say thank you for coming into our classroom. When you were talking, you caught my attention was when you were talking about your teachers, and it was a great honor to have you." Well, what I was telling them was that I had a teacher in high school, and he ended up being my counselor, and pretty much the dude didn't like me, and he said some unflattering things to me, but like I told them, I was out to prove this teacher wrong, this counselor wrong, that I wasn't this person that what he wanted, what he thought I would be in life. So Mr. Morimoto, thank you very much, even though I don't like you back then, but I do appreciate what you said, because it only pushed me to be a better person and to prove someone like you that's ignorant wrong. So another one says, "Dear Mr. David, thank you for the rock. The question I asked you about how to get a promotion, I still know what you said. And you said to work hard and to go to the next level. Do not give your boss candy, and not because that is not how you get a promotion." He asked me, "How do you get a promotion?" I told him, "You work hard, you show that you're capable of doing the job, and that you are able to achieve it, your goal, what was required of you." And I was joking when I said, one thing you don't ever want to do, you don't want to ever give your boss candy or gifts, because that's just a way of sucking up, and that's not how you get your promotion. So it's funny how Ioani mentioned that. The next one says, "Dear Mr. David, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Thank you for coming into our classroom and telling us about a long time ago when you were a kid. My favorite thing was that when you were talking about is when you would get into trouble, but you would always notice what you were doing was wrong." And that's from a young lady named Amara. She's in the bus that I drive. But it was like I told them, I was a bad kid, but a lot of kids don't think twice about what they do. They just play it off like nothing. But I was always one that always thought about the consequences of what I did. And I always felt bad about it. So one thing I've always told these kids was that when you're wrong about something, always acknowledge the things that you do, whether it's right or wrong, because in the process of life, it's going to help you out to be a better person, to improve yourself, if that makes any sense. Next one, it says, Dear Mr. David, how are you? Thank you for teaching me about respect and coming to visit us. Thank you for donating your rocks and the fossil. Hope you have an awesome summer. One thing I do try to do, express the most, is teaching kids to have respect for not just themselves, other students, but for like their adults. There's another one that says, Dear Mr. David, thank you for coming to our class, giving us the rock that your friend gave you and telling us fascinating stories. Another one says, thank you for coming into our classroom. The thing that you said that I like is that you like working with kids. And I was like, in his mind, I'm picturing he's probably thinking he really does. I'm also glad that you brought us the magnetic rock. Thank you for also being our guest. And here comes my wife, even though I'm trying to make a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, say hello.
Wait.
All right. Hold on, I'm not done with this. It says, Dear Mr. David, thank you for answering all our questions and some of the things. Thank you to coming to our classroom. I like all the answers you gave us. Some of them were pretty crazy, but they were funny. I'll let you look at it in a bit. There's another one that says, Dear Mr. David, thank you for telling us about your life and for giving us a magnetic rock. Thank you. You are the best person in the whole school. Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly. That really means a lot to me. There's another one that says, Dear Mr. David, how are you? How is your day? My day was wise, if you are wondering. I just wanted to say thank you for bringing in the fossil and the magnetic rock to our classroom. It was very nice of you. You being a guest speaker helped me learn a lot, like to be who you are and to be a leader. Thank you for being very nice to us. Jaden, well, I'm trying to teach these kids about be who they are. Don't change who you are. Stay true to yourself. Because when you try to be someone that you're not, two things that come out of it. People would somewhat follow you. And if you're trying to be a jokester or trying to be the class clown, like I told them, guarantee they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you because you're just making everything a joke. And you're not a joke. You're a person. You're an individual. You're one of a kind. You're someone that's special. So always be who you are, kids. Don't ever change yourself. Because when you start pretending to be something else, then you become an actor. And when you become an actor, you become somebody that has a million faces. And you're going to lose yourself in there. So always be yourself. Stay true to yourself. Another one says, Dear Mr. David, how are you? I'm grateful that you came to the classroom. I like the part when you said, God did not give you another day to live just to give you. Because someone out there needs you. Something like that. I hope you will have a great summer. Leah. Well, Leah, I'm very happy that you took that particular thing that I said, you took it to heart. Make a difference. Make a difference. Don't just do it to get recognition. Don't do it to people to pat you on the back, but do it because you have love for people. Like I have love for people. I do a lot of things myself without people asking me to do it. So always stay true to yourself. Be kind to others. Show love. And last one says, thank you, David, for coming to our classroom and talking to us about your life. My favorite thing is when you said that you thought you were a bad kid, but at the same time, you can achieve any of your goals if you really work hard at it. So, yes, thank you for being a guest speaker. So, you're welcome, Michael. And he also put P.S. He goes, you rock. So, with that, you guys, each one of your guys' letters means a lot to me. It shows me that you guys paid attention. It shows me that you guys can learn, even at this young age. Don't ever let an adult underestimate your guys' intelligence, because you guys are a lot smarter than what you guys really are. Because you guys are the future presidents, CEOs. You guys are future professional baseball players, football players. You're going to make an impact in life, but it really goes up to you on how badly you want to make that impact. You can always make a negative into a positive, or you can make a positive into a negative. You could be a blessing to somebody, or you could just be someone that don't care. So, kids, just be who you are. Never change. Okay? Continue to have that childlike faith. Because being a kid, you guys could be angry with each other for 1 minute, and then the next minute, you guys are forgiving each other. Now, only if an adult can be the same thing like you guys, the world would be a better place. Always think for yourselves. Don't let anybody tell you how to think. All right? Thank you, kids, from Miss Apodaca's class. Thank you for your letters. It means a lot to me because these handwritten letters mean more to me than an email or a text, because this is more personal because you put your heart to it. So with that, Mrs. Apodaca's class, thank you, kids, and you guys have a good day. And Bus Driver Dave wishes all you guys the best of luck from whatever grade level you are, and you sixth graders going into middle school. You guys be good, and like I said, be yourself. Bye.